I've been putting in a lot of work behind the scenes on this car. As you guys can tell, I replaced the radiator core support, the bumper support. I also have a brand new crash bar, all OEM. This is where most of the damage was, right here up in the front. Overall, we got most of the damage repaired up here. This is like the biggest issue. Everything lines up nicely, which I'm super excited for. We also got a brand new, not brand new, but we got a used headlight. Nothing was wrong with the other one. It was just missing all the ballast and all the balls and clips and everything. And it was cheaper just to buy one off eBay with everything already in it than to piece everything together separately. So we got a new headlight, everything works now. Got all new bulbs for everything. We also got these in. I just haven't installed this one. I have the other side in. Brand new bulb, brand new connectors, just all that works again. It's all part of the light inspection I gotta do, the brake and lamp inspection I gotta do in order to get the car registered. You can see here how messed up the old core support was, pretty beat up, pretty bent up. But now we're good. So this is all taken care of. There's still some issues I gotta fix in here. Stuff like this that I just noticed. This isn't even like connected in there. I don't know who the fuck does that? Like, how are you that lazy? But whatever. Also, I was looking at the belts. You guys probably can't tell, but the AC compressor down there, the belt does not loop around it. So they did an AC compressor delete without actually deleting the compressor. They just skipped it on the belt for some freaking reason, no idea. But we're gonna replace that belt anyways, so we'll get it looped around there. Just gotta make sure it's not seized. So we'll take care of that. Everything else is coming along nicely. We got our brakes and rotors in. I didn't record this, honestly. I had a super stressful weekend and I just wanted to be in here working on the car. It's just a huge stress relief for me. And I just didn't want to portray my stress out in the camera. So we got this all done. I felt so much better after. When everything just works out nicely and smoothly, it's just such a relief. So we got new brakes and rotors in there. We're gonna finish up the rears today. We got the rear rotor on there. These are Brakenetic. I've used them on my ISF. Really good rotors. I really like them. They will not stay gold like this. Once the brake pad obviously breaks in, it'll take off the gold coating. The center will still stay gold, the center piece here, and then inside the actual vanes will stay gold, but the rest of it will be silver. So we got this in here. The only thing, I was waiting for a tool to push the piston back in. This piston right here. You need a special tool to do it. I just got that in the mail from Amazon. So we're gonna be swapping out the brakes real quick as we're doing the coilovers. I already pulled out the old coilovers from the rear. I haven't done the fronts yet. Super easy. It took me like 5 minutes to do both sides. Honestly, it's the easiest thing ever. So you guys don't really need to see that. So taking out the Megan coilovers, these are the track ones. I'll be posting these for sale. Yeah, so we got the brakes done, the radiator support, all that stuff done. Now, the biggest thing right here, we got new BC BR series coilovers. I did a lot of research on coilovers. I know there's better ones out there, like the Ohlins and the JRZs if you want to spend like 4K. Ohlins, super sick. But for now, I just don't have the funds to buy coilovers like that. These are gonna be really good. These are about $900. These are really reputable coilovers. And what I love about these is later on, if I get more serious about the track, I can send them back in to get three-way valve adjustment, so they can rebuild them to make them better, which is awesome. I really like that. I wanted Fortunatos, but there were about 400 more for their basic ones, and they were about 7 weeks out, and I need them now. And then as far as getting like Ohlins or something else, it would have took me like at least 2 months or something to save up the extra grand to get them. And honestly, I know most of you be like, oh, it's worth the wait, but this car needs to get back on the road. Those coilovers were shot, so I didn't want to have the car sitting here for 2 months while I wait to save up just for some coilovers when I can get these, and they're gonna do just fine. Honestly, most people can't outperform their coilovers like this anyways, so we'll be set. And yeah, guys, we're almost there. We just gotta get these coilovers in, get the rear pads in, and we can drop the car down and actually take it for a drive. Now that the bumper sits right, the headlight sits right, everything's coming together. We're getting really close. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, the interior was just freaking clapped out. This whole car was clapped out, but now it looks a lot better, pretty OEM. This is a good starting point to just improve it from here. Close this up. So this is a good starting point, and the car's only gonna get better from here, guys. Let's go ahead and open up these coilovers, check them out, and throw them in the car so we can drop it down. So here they are, guys. Compared to the Megan ones. So let's go ahead and swap these in. We're gonna do the rears first since I already removed the rears. Doing coilovers on this car is super easy. Everything on this car has been really easy, so that's really nice. It's a really nice thing about working with Hondas. I swear every YouTube channel I watch is currently building a Honda, whether it's an Integra, an EG, a couple are doing S2000s, NSXs, stuff like that, but it's crazy how much in common all those cars have, so it's pretty cool to watch some of my favorite YouTubers building Hondas as well. So alright guys, so I got the brakes in, the brake pads on both sides on the rear, so we're good on the brakes. Now all we got to do is install the actual coilovers. Before we do that, what we're going to do is set the preload. I'm pretty sure these are already preset. I just loosened it and I'm pretty sure these were preset, so all I would have to do is adjust this. But we're gonna double check and I'll show you guys how to do the preload on BC coilovers. This is coming directly from BC, so if you guys have any comments that I'm doing it wrong, go ahead and contact BC with your concerns. So let's go ahead and set the preload. First thing we're gonna do is hand tighten this top collar as tight as we can with our hand, and then we're gonna bring up this lower collar just where it meets, and then from there what you do is, I believe it's 4 millimeters of spacing, so we'd meet this up right here like this, and then raise this top one until we get 4 millimeters of spacing, which is exactly the thickness of these wrenches. So nice of BC, they actually make these exactly to that size, so you could just put it in there, and then once you get that spacing, you just tighten the lower collar and tighten these together, and then you adjust the height through the bottom one. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and do that and set the camera down. So we just installed the rear coilover. Super easy. It's literally one bolt, 17 millimeter on both sides, this lower bolt, and then 2 bolts on top. That is all. It took me about 5 minutes, so this is in. I already locked this collar down, and we should be good to go over here. I'll show you guys on the inside. All you got is these 2 bolts right here. Pretty easy to get to, and then you got your adjuster right here, your dampener adjuster right here. And then this side is in as well. This side is pretty hard. Not hard, it's just to get to these bolts, it's kind of a pain in the ass just for the fuel tank, so you can't really move these lines. So you just have to get in there with some extensions and stuff. So, but it's in there. Both sides are in there. Looks pretty cool. I like it. The front ones are pretty simple as well. We just got to remove these 2 bolts out of here. Also 17 millimeters. The nuts themselves are actually attached to the chassis of the car, so you don't have to put anything to hold that one. Just back out the bolts. And it's pretty simple. I already put on a PV Blast yesterday and let it sit while I was at work, so we're gonna pull those out real quick, and then remove the 1 bolt down here at the bottom just to release the coilover itself, and then 2 bolts on top, same thing, 2 14 millimeters. Pretty simple. Hopefully we did bust our knuckles, took a chunk out right there, and then my other hand too. All right, so we got both front coilovers in. They're pretty much all in now. Everything went in smoothly. Got the brake line hooked up right here. Got the lower collar tight so we don't have any movement. Preload set. And then got the dampening adjuster right here. Everything's good, guys. Whew, man, what an overhaul. So we got new rotors, new brake pads, new wheels, tires, new coilovers. This car should be riding 100 times better than it was before. I cannot wait. Let's go ahead and put the wheels on and lower the car. And all right, here you guys have it. The car is lowered with all new brakes, wheels, suspension. Is this still a clapped out S2000? I don't know. We're getting close to turning that around. Setup looks really good. Too bad you can't see the coilovers, but I already know it's gonna ride freaking amazing. It's gonna handle so much better. I'm not a fan of the Megan coilovers, especially not these. So I'm so glad those are out. I can't believe I've done all this work and I've yet to drive the car other than when I first bought it. It's gonna feel like such a different car. I cannot wait. I wish I could take it for a drive right now, but there's still so much that I gotta get together first and finish putting together. Look at this freaking mess of tools. That's how you know you were struggling, but overall it wasn't that bad. It was a pretty fast job. Just some of these bolts are pretty hard to get off, especially on a car this old. So it was a little challenging, but We're gonna probably lower the front. It's a little high still. I know it'll settle more, but it'll probably still be too high. I don't want it to be super slammed. I just wanna maybe have it like down here. Maybe drop it like 2 inches. But it's a good starting point. I am so excited for this car. It is gonna be such a fun car to drive. We still have a lot of work. Like I said, we're gonna be getting a new bumper. We actually already have it. That is part of it right there. It comes with the carbon lower splitter. We also have some more mods over here that still need to go in. One of them is to help take care of this. There's a really big dent right here. It looks like it was bonded the way it's cracking. It's been repaired before and it just, yep, I don't know, went back to normal. But we're gonna do something to cover this up, if you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about. So that is gonna be all, guys. I'm super tired, super dirty, and like my knuckles are pretty beat up. It's actually time to go to work now. Unfortunately, there's just not enough time in the day, but we're making some progress. The car's almost ready to go get alignment, brake and light inspection. We're almost there, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out another video. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date with this build, thank you guys so much. Leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.